God is good, and all the time. If you know the goodness of the Lord, may you clap to the Lord. Our beloved Archbishop Emeritus Dr. John Baptist Odama, all the clergy, our chief guest, Minister Beatrice Akore, my colleague, Member of Parliament for Chua East, Mego, Honorable Margaret Lamwaga, the RDC, Ndugu Ebil, the Chairman LC5, Honorable Christopher Roy, the Mayor, Mark Ujara Richard Tukwara, our security, the police, and the prison warders, all the political leaders. May also thank the traditional leaders. I have seen Rod Onama around. I have also been told that Rod Akaga is around. Our dear brothers and sisters from Kenya, our elders, dear Christians, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you in the name of peace. Today is a very beautiful day. It is a day of peace. And I am confident that your coming here is not in vain. You will go home at least with something in your heart. You will go home with a renewed soul and a love for humanity. May I request you to turn to your friend and smile to your friend, because peace begins with a smile. And I'm also smiling. Our dear Archbishop Dr. John Baptist Odama, the Emeritus, I want to humbly request that before I talk, let me give some 2 minutes to my colleague, Member of Parliament, Mego Honorable Margaret Lamwaga, to greet. To my father, my mentor, Ula Olare prayer. He prayed very well. May we clap our hands for him. Ladies and gentlemen, the introduction of the World Peace Day celebration has been clearly elaborated in the book that you have. It is stated in the history that the UN, United Nations, sat in 1981, and the sponsors for that meeting were the Costa Ricas, the German, that sponsored that UN meeting. The meeting agreed for the cessation of war. The meeting agreed for peace in 1981. Hardly in 2001, another meeting was held, and the day for the World Peace Day was scheduled to be on the 21st of September every year. And that is why today we are gathered here in Kitgum Municipality, in Kitgum District in Acholi, particularly in the playground of Kitgum Public School, as witnesses to commemorate the World Peace Day that the UN sat and brought forward. When I was called that I should be the guest speaker for this occasion, I asked myself, which World Peace Day are we celebrating? Are we celebrating the World Peace Day of the UN? Or we are celebrating our World Peace Day of Uganda, of Acholi? And I have concluded that indeed we are celebrating the World Peace Day, which should be within us, here and right now. And I want to say that peace comes from two avenues. Peace comes from the inside. Yourself. If you don't have peace inside yourself, then there is no peace. If you don't recognize that there should be peace within yourself, then there cannot be peace. The second understanding of peace is the peace outside ourselves, in our surroundings, which is a very complex peace. That peace can be defined in very many perspectives. It can be defined as the absence of war, which literally to me, the absence of war is not peace. It can also be defined as the freedom in the country. Peace can also be defined as having democratic principles being followed in the country. Peace can also be defined as having a loving family. That can be peace, to my own perspective. Why I said peace begin with a smile, I have tested before. Sometimes back when I was a little boy, I had a fight with my friend. Then afterward, we refused to talk to each other. One day when I was walking with my dad, before he passed on, may he so rest in peace, we met that very boy along the way. He passed and did not greet me. And I also turned my face the other side. I did not greet him. Yet my dad knew that we were good friends. When I reached home, he asked me a question that Amere, you were a friend with this gentleman. Why did you talk to each other? I told my dad that I didn't talk to him because he did not talk to me. And that is what is with us. My father told me that, did you try to talk to him? I said, no, because he did not talk to me. Then he told me that go to their home and only smile with him, even if you don't want to talk to him. And he said, friendship needs efforts. So when I went to their home and I smiled with him, He smiled back. So I went home. In my heart, I was very contented. I became very happy. There was peace in my heart. The following day, when we were leaving school, all of us were students of Kidgum Boys, St. Mary. We used to have a lot of fight. The children from the other side and the children from this side of Pagay. As young kids, what happened? We were in for some fight with an elderly boy. What surprised me the most is that the friend whom I went and smiled with him after a bruise came and joined the fight without asking who was at the wrong. He started to fight my opponent. After fighting, the big boy ran away. We held our hand walking, going back home. He was my neighbor. And we were smiling. Since then up to now, we are very good friends. I hope you will not ask me who that friend is. So peace is from the inside. Today, we gathered here as witnesses for the proclamation of peace. And I want to request all of us that let the peace we have come to listen to be in our heart and start from our heart. In Matthew 3:9, it is said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God." And in the same Bible, in Galatians 5:22 to 23, it is stated, "But the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, calmness, forgiveness." And it is said that without those, there is no law. That is the Bible. Colleagues, it is not enough to talk peace. But the biggest question you should be asking yourself is, do you have peace with your neighbor? Do you have peace with that particular person that you quarrel with? Or you are still waiting for that person to come to your home and greet you? There was one very powerful American activist, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He stated that darkness does not chase darkness. It is only peace and light that chase darkness. Hatred does not chase hatred. It is only love. Arrogance does not chase arrogance. It is only calmness that can cover that space. And I want to request that may we become to each other. May we stop being arrogant in this world. One day I told a colleague that, my brother, arrogance does not book for you a special place in heaven. What does it take to become? It takes you little things to become. Colleagues, in my own perspective of peace, I know basically 4 things. Number 1 is love. Love is reciprocal. Love is shared. Human beings are not stupid. If you love them, they will know. If you don't love them, they will get to know. One day, in the year 2012, when I was for my 1-month leadership training in South Korea, I stayed in South Korea for about 3 weeks without seeing a black person of my color. Then one day when we were walking on the street, I came across a black lady. I looked at her from a distance. In my heart, I saw my sister. And yet I didn't know her. In her heart, I saw from a distance, she recognized me as a brother. We ran to each other. We hugged each other. Very happily. So speaking in the Negroes English. I realized he was a black American. We spoke as if we had known each other for very. That was the time that I realized that indeed this world is small. That was the time that I realized the power of humanity, the power of love. With that, I want to encourage you, colleagues, for peace. I want to encourage you, you heard what our beloved father, the Archbishop Emeritus, spoke about love. That do not divide people. He spoke to us, the politicians. He spoke to all of us, the congregants who are here. And indeed, whether you know that person coming or you don't know that person coming, doesn't matter. But what matters is that person is a human being like you. What matters is that person has feelings like you have. That person has fears like you have. Don't wait first to ask where do you come from, but love that person. The rest you'll sort of later. First love that person. For the first time, you have just seen the friend from a long distance. And you had Amere for what? What have I done for you? It makes no sense. Number 2, forgiveness. Let us, as children of God, forgive each other. Forgive each other. Mistake is human. So let us learn to forgive each other. Anger kills the beholder. When you are very hungry on Amere, I may not know. It is you who suffers with that in your heart. The definition of hunger to me, it is a punishment that we take for somebody else's misconduct. Because someone has annoyed you, someone has misbehaved, you want to punish yourself by being very hungry, very annoyed. You can refuse to eat, you can refuse to go to church because a member of the church has angered you. It is you who is suffering, not that person. Forgive that person. Relax. Just like one hunter, one day, the hunter went to the bush to hunt for animal. When he chased the animal and he failed to catch the animal escaped. Then to console himself from that miss, why you borrow cherry piggy penny watching? So forgiveness is one attribute that can really make your life easy. In one of my books that I wrote, The 27 Habits of a True Leader, I spoke about the 27 issues, attributes In another book that I wrote, The Ugly Part of Politics, I spoke about what is in politics that some of you don't know. You must know. I will give you a copy one day. So forgiveness is critical in humanity. I have plans that can be controlled if you want to be in peace with yourself. I have a long-term plan which is controlled. One day, my mom asked me that, what do you want to become in the future as a little boy? Then I told my mom that it is very big. I even didn't know. But I said, Mom, it is very big. Then she looked at me and she said, if you can control it, you will have it. I have a long-term plans that you can control. There are certain plans that you may have, but you cannot control. Avoid them, especially for nothing. I always say that tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. If you don't plan for tomorrow today, then tomorrow is not yours. Forget about it. So if you want to have peace in your heart, have a long-term plan for your future and work towards it. Control that plan to yourself. Number 4, if you want to be at peace, do to others what you expect them to do for you. Full stop. You can't hate me and you expect me to love you. And you won't love from me yet you hate me. Is it possible? Do to others what you want others to do for you. It is in the Bible. I know most of us, particularly our senior father, the Archbishop Emeritus, and some of us, at the moment we have what we call second peace. We don't have first peace in our heart. We are at peace because my son is happy. The Archbishop is at peace because the Christians are happy. May we therefore be at peace in our heart because our neighbors are happy. Lastly, at the end of our life on earth, what matters is not the amount of money you have gathered. What matters is not the beautiful home and the beautiful family you have. What matters most is not the prestige and the recognition that you have in the society. But what matters the most is the amount of peace that you have left in the society as you depart this world. May the Almighty Father bless all of you. I say this for God and my country.